All right, guys, we are in the curtained area at the Iron Studios booth. There are new reveals in here. I know you can see them behind me. I haven't seen anything yet, so let's do my initial reaction on all these pieces. All right, so first in the corner here, we've got He-Man on Battle Cat. I'm always a fan of this duo. Man, this piece is huge, too. Battle Cat, He-Man looking brolic. Dang, I'm already liking the He-Man line, but now we got Adam, He-Man with Battle Cat. Very cool. Oh man, what's on the screen here, man? You had Simpsons I saw flash up?
These are new announcements, new things that we're going to release.
Okay. I think this is one of the pieces you guys were talking about. So we have a quarter scale Beast.
A quarter scale Beast.
Dang, that is
new collection of X-Men that we're going to release in this format right now. This is the first one. It has like swappable hats. This one with this savage look and the one with a more serious look as well.
Dang, well first of all, I'm already liking the detail on the leaves and the tree right here.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, right?
Man, and then the sculpt on Beast, all the fur, the big tree, and then going with that same detail around the base here. Man, it almost has like an astonishing X-Men feel to it as well.
Exactly.
You got like that feral
and the
beast.
pose for a statue like this size is really impressive, right? It's really cool.
Yeah, and that's Alex with us here, giving
hey
us
guys.
a lowdown. Make sure I don't say anything wrong.
Nah.
So, man, I think this is the piece you were thinking I was going to be really
Exactly.
impressed by. Because there's a severe lack of Beast statues in general, in this scale especially. So we'll try to catch other swap outs if they come out this event. Beast, quarter scale, part of a new line. I can't wait to see what the other ones in the line are going to be.
I love it, Gem.
All right, guys, 1/10 scale, we have Blue Beetle. I actually just watched this movie on the way over here.
Oh, and this is a comics version, you know, like for all of the comics fans and all that. We have heard a lot about Blue Beetle with the movie.
Yeah.
But, you know, like for the comics fans, we have released this one.
There you go. You got a nice kind of translucent wispy base where he's suspended in air flying. He's got some weaponry going on. Nice shiny paint job on the blue. Awesome. Then we have from Avatar, from Way of Water, I'm assuming.
That's it. That's to match with, make a pair with Neytiri that we have already released. We have Jake Sully from Avatar, the second movie.
And then
we
you
have
got
a lot of details at the base.
Right, that's what I was going to say. It's almost like a little diorama, Easter eggs of sorts on the base.
Exactly.
All right, and then we've seen some Disney pieces on display, but we have a new one from Lion King, the infamous opening scene with Rafiki holding up Simba.
Yes, this is the deluxe version. It has all of the characters from this iconic scene that everyone remembers. So yeah, and there's a great Easter egg at the base as well. The engravings tells the story of Simba in the movie.
Dang, very cool piece. And I like the one you have on display with Scar, with the hyenas.
Exactly.
All right, now we're moving on to some Star Wars. Now, Star Wars I'm not as familiar with.
Look at this big boy from the pod racing. He's one of the pod racers.
From episode 1, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Dang, and you got like the translucent energy beam combining the two pieces here. Yeah, this is a big piece too. So this is like a 1/20th scale.
It is, yeah, definitely.
You got to, otherwise nobody would have space.
Otherwise it would be like huge.
You wouldn't have space for it.
This
oh,
one
okay.
actually is of one of our national heroes and an international well-known Formula One racer. It's called Ayrton Senna, which is one of our like idols here in Brazil and one of the Art Studio CEOs, heroes as well.
I was gonna say, isn't this the person who inspired Iron Studios as a company?
Exactly. That was the first statue that we did. It was a statue of Ayrton Senna, and now we're releasing this one in a quarter scale.
Because it's 1/10 scale out there on your history wall that you have.
Exactly, that's the one. So this is a homage to this guy, you know, like in a quarter scale, which he really deserves.
I'm always a fan of taking our hobby, but incorporating like real life athletes or things of that nature. So I think it's very cool if this has got to go in the collection.
And this is going to have like two hats, one with a hat, another one with a regular hat.
Got you. All right, I'm already getting glimpses of cool stuff over here. So real quick, so this piece, so you guys have R2 and C-3PO in a life-size form out here.
Exactly, and we are releasing them right now in a collection. We have already released C-3PO in another one with Chewbacca, and we have also released R2-D2 with Luke and Grogu and all of that, but now we are releasing this cherished duo in an art scale format, both of them with all of these details from Tatooine.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, I was very impressed with Doc Ock. And I was asking, are we going to get more Spider-Man stuff? And here we go.
Look at this, man.
So you guys have been going crazy with like the detail, the Venom, the Doc Ock that we've just seen here, and now the Lizard. Look at it shredded up.
Have a look at the sculpting of these clothes, man. The lab coat.
Yeah.
It looks like fabric,
Yes.
but it's actually sculpted. The texture, the painting. It even impressed me when I was recording some content.
Right.
How detailed that is.
Yeah, man, even like the detail on the scales all over his body, the tongue. So no spoilers, but there may be more Spider-Man villains coming in the near future.
There will be, actually. So
All right.
I'm confirming right now we're going to have a full collection of Spider-Man. We're calling Spider-Man versus villains, but actually it takes place with the Sinister Six.
So if you are familiar with the Sinister Six, you might know what's coming.
Yeah.
So moving up, so we have Thor.
Yeah, this is for the Infinity Gauntlet.
I was gonna say the base
diorama.
looks similar to the Thanos.
Exactly. So it pairs. It's the diorama of the Infinity Gauntlet. This is the deluxe version with the raised base. We have the translucent material at the base to show the thunder, always through, and as well as translucent material in Mjolnir.
Yeah, so I like the idea of the deluxe version because Iron Studios wants to put as much detail and make the piece as elaborate as they can, but that does affect the price. So
exactly.
You can have the regular version if you just really want the character or the initial sculpt, or you can go deluxe if you want to go all out.
Exactly, and the regular version of this diorama is really impressive as well. So, you know, like for those more ambitious collectors, we do have all of these details. This deluxe version has two heads, one with the helmet, another one without it. But for those who might want to have something else in their collections as well, more affordable, they do have the regular, which is also awesome.
All right, guys, we have some new stuff from the Minico line, and you know it's all about family. From the first Fast and the Furious, you've got Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor. You know them as Vin Diesel and Paul Walker in real life. Very cool to have both the characters and like a small version of their cars respectively, right, to kind of go together.
Definitely, yeah. They form kind of a mini diorama.
Mini dial.
This is kind of new for Minico line, so
yeah,
that's something we're also exploring nowadays.
You guys are going to make deluxe versions of all your lines.
Oh, I wish.
More Jurassic Park. We got the Dilophosaurus here by the East Dock, coming straight out of the first movie.
Exactly.
Very cool. I'm a huge fan of this movie. This was one of the few movies I saw in the theaters multiple times. It came out on my birthday, if I recall.
Oh, really?
So we got the Dilophosaurus and, of course, the iconic scene, kind of two scenes in one, with the T-Rex toward the end of the movie and kind of, I guess, maybe towards the beginning, going through the park gates for the first time.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? We were joking about deluxe and regular versions, but that one is going to have a deluxe and a regular version. The deluxe one has all of this environment, the portal and all of the trees, and the regular one is just the Tyrannosaurus.
Just the T-Rex. Cool, so this is the deluxe. All right, and for the Lord of the Rings fan here, we have Aragorn, we have
Legolas,
and we have Gimli. Guys, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I wouldn't sit here and lie to you, but if you are, they do have these three coming from the Minico line. I like the caricature of them.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. You know, like they do a great job in characterizing and doing all of the Minico identity for all of these characters.
And then we have in the back here, just in time for the holiday season, you have Wade Wilson, Deadpool, showing you some love. He's got his candy canes, his Santa hat on, but he still has all the pouches that you need
and
to be
this is
Deadpool.
actually new, so it's ready for market. If you want to have one for the holidays, for Christmas, there's the choice.
And we have more from Lord of the Rings. We have Legolas versus the Cave Troll. So 1/10 scale diorama, getting in all the detail on the base, on the toenails, on the scaled skin, up to the sculpted loincloth, which looks like fabric, but it's not. You got a little cave troll belly hanging over here. And of course, as we get up to the portrait, being shot in the head with an arrow.
And we never get tired of saying this, but even though this is a 1/10 scale, it's a gigantic statue because of the size of the troll, right?
It's comparable to like a quarter scale piece.
Exactly.
Maybe even bigger.
It is a little bit taller, actually.
All right, guys, this is from a new line as well called I Want to Believe, and we have the Gray Alien. I'm curious to see what other pieces are going to come with this line, because it feels like it's based off of like real life lore, kind of. It's fantasy at the same time. Here's the base. So you have crop circles, You got the little house, the farmhouse that these always tend to appear up next to. And you even have like this translucent beam that they're using to suck up cows and whatever else. Is there something in there? It looks like, it's hard to tell. No, but you got that nice beam. Then you have the saucer, the UFO, and you have the gray alien standing on top. So he is clothed, which is nice to see. But very nice details on the eyes, the sculpt of the face. That's very cool. I always like to see the collaborations with artists. We have Rafael Grampa, who I know mostly from doing Berserker with Keanu Reeves, doing this 1/10 scale Batman. So here we have the base with his signature on the plate. You got the hardwood floor with the bloody hammer. And then we have Batman with a very unique costume design. This is inspired from DC Comics number 9. You've got that metal cowl that's scarred up. You can see the metal underneath. Very cool statue with design by Rafael Grampa. All right, now this is a line that I'm not familiar with, but I like to see Iron Studios getting more into the anime realm. This is a classic anime. It's called Saint Seiya.
Saint Seiya.
Saint Seiya.
Yeah, Saint Seiya. They were known as Knights of the Zodiac. So it was pretty huge here in Brazil and Mexico and France as well.
Nice.
And it was an animated series back in the 90s and 2000s. And these are the Bronze Knights that we are releasing. We are releasing a full diorama. This is the deluxe version. They show the knights. This is the first one with the phoenix. It's called Iki. He has the phoenix over there, and he's like channeling the cosmos, which was their power. And he used to, like handle fire and all his powers. Then we have Shun from Andromeda. So we have the power of Andromeda back there, and the chains all around him. They used to, like he controlled all of these chains and everything as his weapon. Then we have over there, it's Saori, which was Athena. She was like mother of them all, the goddess of all of these knights, and she holds the boxes with the armors and all of that. She's like their mentor as well.
I can see that. She's the only one that doesn't have like a big power being behind her.
Exactly. Then we have the main character of the series. He's called Seiya, so that's why they have this Sensei and all of that. He's the Knight of Pegasus. So we have Pegasus back there with the wings. He's flying all around, his powers. And actually one thing that's really nice is that they do connect and they form one of the scenes of the animated series with the temple.
I see, yeah, because you can see like the tile bases here, and that's going to continue. This one is more damaged.
Exactly.
And
just like the Power Rangers that we have released, these ones connect as well.
Very cool.
We have Shiryu from Dragon. He was a Knight of the Dragon. We have this huge dragon with a translucent material. Yeah. Another thing that's really nice is all of the powers light up. So that's something really nice about this. And Shiryu also has 2 heads, one with the helmet, another one without it. You can see all of the movement in his hair and all of that. And finally, we do have Yoga of Cygnus. So we can see the swan over there. So he's the Knight of Cygnus. Shows the powers over there. He used to manipulate ice. So all of them used to manipulate something like ice, water, fire, air. So it was a great thing here in Brazil and on other countries as well.
Very cool new line from Iron Studios, y'all.